the Arnold Strongman Classic, the holy grail of strongman competition. Athletes must will themselves past their competitors and the implements. 10 men, 5 grueling challenges. Spirits will break, records will fall, all to find the strongest man on earth. The 2019 Arnold Strongman Classic, next. The Arnold Sports Festival. For the next 2 days, it will be the focus of the fitness world as fans from around the globe have descended on Columbus, Ohio to watch the best in weightlifting, bodybuilding, arm wrestling, and even fencing. But we are here to answer one big question, and that is, who is the strongest man on earth? Welcome inside the Greater Columbus Convention Center, everybody. I'm Sean Woodland with Dr. Bill Crawford. And Bill, we have the most powerful men in the world here to compete in 5 unique events, all for the right to be called the 2019 Arnold Strongman Classic champion.
Yes, this is the most prestigious competition of the year for strongman. The Arnold Strongman Classic is also the heaviest competition and is the defining competition in strongman.
There are 10 men from 8 different countries here to compete. Brian Shaw is a crowd favorite and 3-time Arnold Strongman Classic champion. 2 youngsters to keep an eye on, Martins Lisis and Mateusz Kaliszkowski. And all of them are chasing the man they call the mountain. Hafthor Bjornsson from Iceland won this competition last year, and he is the favorite to do it again in 2019.
Yes, Hafthor is the 2018 Arnold Strongman champion, also the 2018 TWI World's Strongest Man champion. He also holds the Elephant Bar Deadlift record at 1,041 pounds. He is here to defend his title.
His main challenge may come from a man who has won this event 3 times and finished second to Bjornsson last year. That's Brian Shaw. He has been first or second in this event 7 of the last 8 years.
Yes, he's 4-time TWI World's Strongest Man winner, also 3-time Arnold Strongman Classic winner, and he's back to get his title.
The Arnold Strongman Classic takes place over 2 days. There are 5 events. The competitors will get points based on how well they do in each event. You win an event, you get 10 points. You finish last, you get 1. Event number 1 is the Elephant Bar Deadlift. There are 3 rounds, and each competitor gets 1 lift in each round. The heaviest lift at the end of those 3 rounds wins. And anyone who lifts more than 501 kilos or 1,102 pounds will break the world deadlift record and earn $50,000. First round is underway, and it's Brian Shaw opening up at 950 pounds. And Bill, what should we be keeping an eye on as Shaw gets set up for his first lift?
It's patience off of the floor. That's the number 1 thing that you've got to do, because if you pull the bar quickly from the floor, then it can get away from you. And the second one, once we get the bar to your knees, is to overcome that weight with just brute strength. It's still about lifting that barbell.
950 pounds for Brian Shaw.
Rattling that barn. Let him hear it, crowd. Give him some support. There he is.
And that goes up easily.
Very easily done. Notice he has a wider foot placement, which helps his leverage. He gets to his knees and he simply pulls back and completes the lift successfully.
Brian Shaw's opening lift at 950 pounds is good, as we have just 2 men remaining here in the opening round. Let's take a look back at some of the other lifts that we have seen in round number 1, and we start with the youngster, Poland's Mateusz Kaliszkowski. Deadlift is not his strongest lift, but he hit this one at 796 pounds, a strong opener for him. JF Caron out of Canada, his second appearance here at the Arnold Strongman Classic. We expected him to challenge for the event, win, but he looked like he injured his hamstring, and he would leave the floor without a successful attempt. Martins Licis, his second career appearance here at the Arnold Strongman Classic. He opened up at 924 pounds, and that was no problem for him. And finally, Mikhail Shivlikov out of Russia, another strong deadlifter. He was third at the Arnold Strongman Classic last year. He opened with 926 pounds, and that was right before Brian Shaw took the floor. Here is your defending champion and the current record holder on the Elephant Bar Deadlift at 1,041 pounds. He did that last year en route to winning his first Arnold Strongman Classic. He is known as the Mountain, Hafthor Bjornsson.
In 2011, the world's record in the strongman deadlift was 968 pounds. And these men are now starting off at about that weight. 955 pounds is a staggering weight to start with. That shows the progression in just a few years on the deadlift weights that the strongmen are using.
Opening up at 955 pounds, and we expect him to be one of the men gunning for that world deadlift record at 1,102 pounds. Gravity is not a problem for that man with 955 pounds, and that goes up. So now the battle has started between Shaw and Bjornsson. One more look at Bjornsson's opening lift.
Just like Brian Shaw, he has a wider foot placement, which is good for a taller athlete. He gets to his knees and he simply pulls back to complete the lift. Terrific lift.
Hafthor Bjornsson will take a seat and watch the final man to lift, and that is Jerry Pritchett out of Arizona. His best lift on the Elephant Bar, 1,031 pounds. He is opening up at 974 pounds, the heaviest lift that we have seen yet.
Notice Jerry also has a wide foot placement like Hafthor and Brian. All the athletes use these straps so that they don't have to worry about their grip. They can simply concentrate on pulling the bar upwards.
Pritchett right to work, and 974 goes up.
Jerry's a master of using his hip levers and back levers in coordination together, getting the weight to his knees very efficiently and standing right up with the weight.
First round of the opening event of the 2019 Arnold Strongman Classic is in the books, and it's Jerry Pritchett with the lead after hitting 974 pounds. Round two of the Elephant Bar Deadlift coming up next.
The 2019 Arnold Strongman Classic on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by Rogue. Strength and conditioning equipment that's built to last.
They made an interesting twist on the deadlift this year.
When we all got the news that Rogue was going to throw out $50,000 to anybody that could pull more than 500 kilos on the elephant bar, for me, I was excited.
It's great to challenge those guys, you know, and it's definitely gonna challenge us. It's gonna push us to go even further than what we think we can.
Is anybody gonna do it? That's the big question. We'll find out.
Whether even if it happens for anybody or not, you're still gonna see the biggest, highest deadlifts. The current record's gonna get shattered, and everybody's gonna be aiming for that 1,100.
Back in Columbus, Ohio, in the opening event of the 2019 Arnold Strongman Classic, the Elephant Bar Deadlift. Second of 3 rounds underway, and it's Jerry Pritchett in the lead right now after his opening lift of 974 pounds. And it's Martins Licis with his second attempt, 970 pounds on the bar.
Martins is someone that many people feel is the future of strongman. He always comes prepared. I personally feel that his greatest attribute is his mental toughness. He's been coming on strong the last few years and won the 2019 Arnold Strongman Classic in Santa Monica.
And 970 is good for the Dragon.
That is a personal best for him. Not a lot of hip flexion. He uses mostly all lower back. Notice a more narrow foot stance, a lot of lower back. I'd like to see his feet out a little more and use his hips more from the bottom. I think that's where he'll need to go to have bigger lifts in the future.
Martins Lises moves himself into second place right now, one of the more emotional men in the field, and he does not hold back after that lift. Up next, for his second lift, Mikhail Shivlikov. First lift was good at 926 pounds. This lift would tie Jerry Pritchett for the lead at 974. And Shivlikov, with the blood running from his nose, that is common for him. He has that problem a lot. He is okay, but that lift will count. 974 pounds.
Solid off the bottom, gets it to his knees and has to shake it a little bit to get it back. And then the blood coming out of his nose. He did that last year. Like I said, he really commits. That doesn't bother him.
Brian Shaw is set for his second lift, and we have our first attempt above 1,000 pounds. Brian Shaw with 1,021 pounds on the bar.
Applying the straps. It looks like he's got a wider hand placement and also a wider foot placement than he had on his first lift. He's going to really want to get his levers working here, get his hips down and push as hard as possible.
And Brian Shaw stands up 1,021 pounds, and that is a personal best for him on the elephant bar. And here we go, Bill.
Yes, that was just his second attempt. Pushes off the floor, gets it to his knees efficiently, pulls back, no wasted movement.
Brian Shaw, your new leader at 1,021 pounds. Jerry Pritchett is up next. He'll try to reclaim that lead. This is his second of 3 attempts. He has 1,030 pounds on the bar.
That's a 60-pound jump, and that is quite substantial.
Getting right to work, and Pritchett comes up limping.
There are only a handful of men who have ever deadlifted 1,000 pounds, so we're in the absolute stratosphere of the most elite of strongmen who have ever competed. That's a shame. I hope this really doesn't keep him from continuing in the competition.
Hafthor Bjornsson up next. He has the record on this implement at 1,041 pounds. He is looking to change that with only his second lift. 1,045 pounds on the bar for the mountain. This would be a new world record on the elephant bar.
Wow.
Give me a break. How easy is that? And a new world record, 1,045 pounds for the mountain. I mean, come on, Bill. That is ridiculous.
That was very, very impressive. That was very, very impressive. I actually am almost speechless by that. He pulled that bar from the bottom, and there was almost no doubt as soon as he started the pull.
New world record for Hafthor Bjornsson as he beats his previous mark by 4 pounds. If you want to beat the mountain, you're going to have to set a record. We'll have the third and final round of the Elephant Bar Deadlift when we return. We are not even through the first event of the 2019 Arnold Strongman Classic, and a record has already been broken. Hafthor Bjornsson just set the Elephant Bar Deadlift world record at 1,045 pounds. Here's what happened while we were in break. Mateusz Kieloszkowski, he finishes with a lift of 871 pounds, and that is a personal best. We also had two men try and join the 1,000-pound club. The first was Martins Lisis, who hit 970 on his second attempt. He had 1,001 pounds on the barbell for his third and final attempt and was not able to get that to go. Mikhail Shivlikov also trying to join the 1,000-pound club. He put 1,005 on that elephant bar and got it to his knees before giving up on the fight. Brian Shaw up next, looking to beat Hafthor Bjornsson and set a new record, 1,049 pounds on the barbell.
At this moment and at this time, all your focus is on putting your mental energy into the lift itself. You're not really thinking about the lift because you've done the work to be able to mechanically pull the weight.
And Shaw falling forward over the bar on that attempt. It will not go for him. One more look at what would have been a new world record on the elephant bar.
He starts with his hips a little bit higher. Sometimes the weight is just too much, but Brian can go home understanding that he gave everything he had on the lifting platform on this deadlift.
Brian Shaw thanking the crowd before he leaves the stage, and that means that Hafthor Bjornsson is the event winner, but he has one lift remaining and he is going to use it to go after the big record, 501 kilos, 1,105 pounds on the bar. It's a $50,000 lift. The Mountain has set one record. Can he set another, a world record attempt, when we return to the Arnold Strongman Classic?
The 2019 Arnold Strongman Classic on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by Rogue. Strength and conditioning equipment that's built to last.
So in 2018, I won Arnold Classic in Columbus, Ohio, Europe's strongest man, Iceland's strongest man, the world's strongest man, and the world's ultimate strongman. Last year was good, yeah, for sure.
I think Hafthor, I think he's gonna do well. Obviously, he's coming off a big pull last year where he felt really good, and it was a great lift at 1,041, set the new record with that weight.
Stand up on your feet. This is more.
Most of us going into this year will be looking at beating Hafthor's record at the 1041, and going 1045, 1050, 1060.
The level of strongman is growing. The guys are getting stronger, but so am I. I honestly believe that I will have a good shot at that record.
This is history being made.
Hafthor Bjornsson preparing for his third and final lift of the opening event of the 2019 Arnold Strongman Classic, and it will be for a new world deadlift record. The current mark, 1,100 pounds. Bjornsson with 1,105 pounds on the barbell. He has already set the elephant bar world record. He did that on his second lift when he made 1,045 pounds. If he makes this next lift, he earns $50,000.
So we've eclipsed the 1,000-pound mark, and now we're in the 1,100-pound mark.
Hafthor Bjornsson staring at history, and 1,105 pounds, getting the crowd behind him as he lines up for his third and final attempt. $50,000 on the line here for Hafthor Bjornsson.
For all the marbles, here it is.
and Bjornsson cannot get it. Blood coming from his forehead. That's how intense that effort was. He sets the Elephant Bar Deadlift record and wins the event, but the mountain cannot slay the beast. One more look at what would have been history.
His hips come up just a little bit sooner than on his previous lift. He gets it to his knees, but the bar's still forward, and he just can't overcome the weight past his knees to complete the lift.
Here are the results for the first of 5 events at the Arnold Strongman Classic, the Elephant Bar Deadlift, and it's Hafthor Bjornsson who wins with a lift of 1,045 pounds. Brian Shaw takes second, and it's Jerry Pritchett who only made 1 lift, finishing third. Mark Henry caught up with your event winner, Hafthor Bjornsson.
I'm here to win. I'm in good shape, best shape of my life. And again, guys, thank you so much for the support.
Hafthor Bjornsson hits 2 of his 3 lifts and sets a record in the process, and he is your overall leader after 1 event. He earns 10 points courtesy of that win. Jerry Pritchett and Mikhail Shiblikov get 7.5 each. The big weights go up and 1 record goes down. The opening event of the 2019 Arnold Strongman Classic is in the books. 4 events remain. The mountain stands above the competition. Hafthor Bjornsson sets a world record on the Elephant Bar and starts his title defense with a huge win. For Bill Crawford and our entire crew, I'm Sean Woodland. This has been a presentation of CBS Sports Network, the 24-hour home of CBS Sports.